Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks in WWE, recently shared some eye-catching thoughts about three of the strongest women she's ever faced in the ring: Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Nia Jax. Given her rich history with these three competitors, Moné's comments are both insightful and revealing, showing her respect for their immense talents and physicality. In this video, I'll break down what Moné had to say, why it matters, and how it could impact the wrestling world going forward. First, let's talk about Mercedes Moné herself. She's one of the most influential women in pro wrestling today, both in WWE and AEW. Moné made history when she headlined WrestleMania 37 alongside Bianca Belair in 2021, marking a momentous occasion for women in wrestling, especially women of color. That match was the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 and not only put Bianca Belair over, but also solidified Mercedes Moné's legacy as a trailblazer in the industry. Now, Moné's connection to Charlotte Flair goes even deeper. The two have shared countless battles, starting from their early days in WWE's NXT division, along with Bayley and Becky Lynch. Mercedes Moné and Charlotte were part of the famous Four Horsewomen, a group of revolutionary female wrestlers who changed the game for women in WWE. Their rivalry included historic matches like their Hell in a Cell battle, where they became the first women to ever compete in a match of that caliber. Despite Moné being in AEW now and Charlotte continuing to dominate WWE, their careers will always be linked due to the history they've created together. In a recent interview, Moné was asked about the strongest women she's faced in the ring. Her response: Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Bianca Belair. Her praise for Charlotte Flair was particularly glowing, calling her a super athlete who doesn't even realize her own strength. Charlotte takes the top spot. Moné said, "This woman doesn't even know her own strength. She's a super athlete, and I honestly think she's still discovering just how powerful she is." Moné went on to explain that Flair's ability to throw opponents around the ring without any help from them is a testament to her raw physical power. According to Moné, "If Charlotte wanted to body slam me, I didn't have to do anything. She'd just pick me up like I weighed nothing." She also mentioned Charlotte's dedication to the gym, noting that Flair's hard work is one of the key factors that makes her such a formidable force in the ring. Her strength is mind-boggling, Moné said, adding that Charlotte's work ethic and commitment to physical conditioning set her apart from the competition. Next, Mercedes Moné turned her attention to Nia Jax. While Jax has often been a polarizing figure among fans due to her in-ring style, Moné had nothing but admiration for her strength. "Nia Jax is another powerhouse," Moné said. "Like Charlotte, she doesn't fully grasp how strong she is." Moné described Jax as someone who, when she decides to throw someone across the ring, there's no stopping her. "She's a beast of nature," Moné continued, adding that when you're in the ring with Jax, you know you're in for a physical battle. Moné emphasized that Jax commands attention with her raw power, making her a unique presence in women's wrestling. Finally, Moné spoke about Bianca Belair, a woman she helped elevate during their historic WrestleMania main event. According to Moné, Belair is solid like a statue made of stone, making her one of the most difficult opponents to move in the ring. "Her strength is undeniable," Moné said. "During one of our matches, I remember thinking, damn, this girl is unshakable." Moné praised Belair for being a natural athlete with an incredible build, noting that her combination of strength and athleticism makes her one of the fiercest competitors in the business today. These comments from Mercedes Moné give fans a unique perspective on three of WWE's top female stars. It's clear that Moné has tremendous respect for each of these women, not just for their physical abilities but also for their dedication to the craft. But what does this all mean for the larger landscape of women's wrestling? Let's start with Charlotte Flair. As Moné pointed out, Flair is arguably the greatest women's wrestler of all time and WWE's top choice when it comes to their women's division. She's the benchmark, the standard that all other women in WWE are measured against. Flair has held more championships than any other woman in WWE history, and her ability to deliver in high-pressure situations makes her a vital part of the company's success. For Mercedes Moné to speak so highly of her former rival shows just how much Flair has influenced the women's division. Despite being in different promotions now, Moné and Flair will always be tied together because of the history they've made. Their battles in the ring have been some of the best women's matches in recent memory, and their legacies will be forever intertwined. Bianca Belair, on the other hand, represents the future of WWE. She's a once-in-a-generation athlete with unparalleled strength and athleticism. Moné's praise for Belair is particularly significant because it highlights just how far Belair has come since their WrestleMania main event. Belair has gone on to become one of WWE's top stars, consistently delivering standout performances and proving that she belongs at the top of the card. Her combination of power, agility, and charisma makes her a unique talent, and she's someone who could carry the women's division for years to come. And then there's Nia Jax. While Moné's comments about Jax were more focused on her raw strength, there's no denying that Jax brings something different to the table. Her size and power make her a formidable opponent for anyone in the women's division. And while she may not be the most polished in-ring performer, her presence is undeniable. Jax may not have the same level of technical skill as Flair or Belair, but her ability to dominate in the ring makes her a valuable asset to WWE. As for Mercedes Moné herself, she's carved out a new path in AEW. While her journey in AEW got off to a rocky start, particularly with some shaky promo work early on, she's found her footing and is now one of the company's biggest stars. AEW has built its women's division around Moné, much like WWE has done with Charlotte Flair. Moné has her own dedicated segments and storylines, and she's become a centerpiece of AEW's women's division. Moné's next big challenge comes in the form of Willow Nightingale at the upcoming WrestleDream event. Nightingale is one of AEW's rising stars, and her popularity with the crowd makes this match an intriguing one. The two have history, as Nightingale was involved in the match where Moné suffered a significant injury earlier this year in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Their chemistry in the ring is undeniable, and this match has the potential to be one of the highlights of the night. While it's possible that Willow Nightingale could pull off an upset and win the TBS Championship, the smart money is on Mercedes Moné retaining her title. Moné is still relatively fresh in AEW, and there's a lot more for her to accomplish in the company. Nightingale doesn't necessarily need the title to remain over with the fans, while Moné is still building her legacy in AEW. Moné's next big challenge comes in the form of Willow Nightingale at the upcoming WrestleDream event. Nightingale is one of AEW's rising stars, and her popularity with the crowd makes this match an intriguing one. The two have history, as Nightingale was involved in the match where Moné suffered a significant injury earlier this year in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Their chemistry in the ring is undeniable, and this match has the potential to be one of the highlights of the night.